my name's Dale and this is Dale's Addiction. Today's video is a request and it's from Megan Fro from my recent Q&A, and I said, you know what? This question is worthy of its very own video. And her question was, do I have any tips for how to style a pop of colour bag? Now, I do have quite a few pops of colour in my handbag collection, and what I've come up with is 5 ways to style a pop of colour bag according to me, to how I style my pops of colour, and a couple of things that I try and avoid doing. And if I can kind of give you any of the logic by which I justify these things, I definitely will. But for some people it's simply preference, and I think we have to be okay with the fact that some of us just have different styles or different preferences to others. So definitely just my opinion and the things that I do. I would like to dedicate this video to my gorgeous second cousin Amity. Amity's 7 years old and she watches all my videos with her mum, my first cousin, and we were having dinner recently and we were sitting around the dinner table and she couldn't quite remember where she knew me from. We'd been only to a couple of family events together, and then it clicked that I was the YouTuber. So she was kind of starstruck and it was kind of funny and really cute. So hi Amy, and I hope you're doing well, and your little sister's not too far away now, so she's expecting a little sister to come in the next couple of weeks, so really exciting. Anyway, let's get to the pop of colour styling. So I've put together a few outfits. This is the first video that I am filming with my new camera. I don't know how this is going to turn out, so hopefully it turns out all right. It's in focus and you can hear me okay. Yeah, please feel free to give me some feedback. I know you will, but yeah, it's my first go on this camera, so I'm hoping it works out okay. So the first tip that I have for styling a pop of colour bag is a really obvious one for me, and if you know me and you follow me on Instagram, and if you don't, definitely do, because I tend to post an outfit of the day most days, is that I love prints. And to style a pop of colour bag off a print is probably one of the easiest ways to do it. So I've got an example here of a beautiful etro blouse that I bought a few years ago now, so I can't link it, but you can see it has a lot of my favourite colours in it. So it has pinks, it has darker pinks, it has purples, it has like a teal colour, it has green as well. It's a great print to give you a lot of options for a pop of colour. So I think that pairing this one with purples and greens really works well for me, and that's because there's a little bit of theory. There's a little bit of theory to it. I do have a colour wheel, but before I knew about the colour wheel, I preferred them. Now I know why, and that's because of my recent styling workshop. It's because they are either complementary or analogous colours. That's the one. So on the colour wheel, if you have a look, I'm just going to take this little card off. On the colour wheel, and this is just a basic colour wheel, you can buy them on Amazon, from fabric stores and the likes, but a complementary colour is a colour that sits opposite on the colour wheel. And so if you've got pink, which kind of sits in the red family, and green, they are going to complement each other. So you'll see in the outfit that I'm wearing with this blouse that I pair it with my Gucci green mini bamboo handle bag. What a mouthful. And it really works in this combination. So this little bag here, I'll link anything that's still available in the description box below as well, because that can be helpful. And sorry if I'm looking over there, because that's where the viewfinder is instead of at the lens. Apologies. But yeah, this green looks beautiful with pink, and that's because they sit opposite each other on the colour wheel. Now another colour that's in this blouse is purple, and purple sits next to pink on the colour wheel. So back to front Dale. And so that's an analogous colour where they sit side by side. So analogous colours on the colour wheel, which I'll get to in a moment, is when you can have 3 colours that sit next to each other on the colour wheel and they'll all work well together. And of course, this is my Fendi Sex and the City Purple Rain Baguette. Just a dream. I cannot wait till the pink one comes. Now, I didn't include this one in the mod shots, but in my opinion, another bag that would go fantastically with this print is my Gucci multicolour mini bag. Now, you can see that the two of them are pretty loud together, but I love that. And all the colours are complementary in this. And if you want to go a pop of colour and you want to be serious about it, to me, this is a great combination, and I'm annoyed that I didn't do a mod shot with it. Okay, so my next tip is the analogous colours, and it depends on what your favourite colours are, of course, but for me, I prefer colours in the pinks and purples and the cooler colours. And so for me, my 3 colours that sit next to each other look like bluey purples, lighter purples, and reds or pinks. So you can see that there's 3 different colours there together. So the outfit that I put together to demonstrate this was my maroon or burgundy pants with a light pink sweater and a purple handbag. Now, I just want to give you an example with a couple of blouses that I have so you can see them close up. See how they're definitely different colours, but they complement each other. And then when you add a purple in the mix, they all really complement each other. And so what I like about this outfit, it's not just the bag that's colourful, it's the whole outfit. And even my shoes, the Fendi Colibri pumps, the most comfortable shoes ever in that smaller heel height. The taller ones are not as comfortable, I have to say. You can see that the whole outfit is complementary, but it's very colourful as well. And one thing that I don't like doing with a colourful bag is making the outfit all about the bag. I prefer that it looks like it's a part of the outfit, not the whole outfit, if that makes sense. So if you looked in your wardrobe and you have different colours to me, then you could do, you know, oranges, yellows and reddy pinks, or you could do greens and yellows, or you could do greens and blues. Anywhere where there are 3 together, you can do blues and purples. So that's how you kind of see the colours that kind of work together, and they'll help you to pull an outfit together around a colourful bag, but that the bag's not the be-all and end-all. So next you've got the complementary colour, and this is simply where the colour sits opposite on the colour wheel, and I talked about that earlier. Now I've demonstrated this really simply with a green dress and a pink little mini bag from Fendi, my Fendi Nano. It's the most obvious combination for me. And if you've watched my channel for a little while, you'll also know that my made-to-order Fendi baguette trunk that's coming is also in pink and green. And I didn't realise why I was so drawn to this combination. Now I do, because they're cool colours, they work for me, but they also complement each other. And I'm really drawn to that complement, that really bright complementary tones. So it works with any other colours again on the colour wheel. So you might have blue and orange, they work really well together. You might have yellows and purples. I mean, it's up to you, but the same thing works for your eye makeup as well. So I have green eyes. If I wear pink tones on my eyeshadow, it makes my eyes pop a lot more than if I was to wear, say, browns. So colour wheel stuff is really important to learn if you want to understand why things work. I am no expert, but I strongly recommend, if you are wanting to learn more about it, go and see a personal stylist. I did a course called 5 Stages to Style, and this is not sponsored, but I learned what I needed to learn about colour to help me, not to advise other people. But I highly recommend it, and I will leave the link for that program down below. I think there's only one more program running this year. Okay, the 4th look that I want to share with you is the more monotone look. So in this look, I'm wearing all whites. I'm wearing shades of a white sweater, white pants, white shoes, and a white bag. Now you might say, well, technically white is not colour. True, but you could do this with any colour. It just so happened that I have white everything, so it worked for me. But white bags for some people are pretty tricky to style because they do look so bright compared to what else you might be wearing. You don't have to worry about colour transfer when you wear white with white either, which is also great, but it can look really put together. And so if there's a colour that you love and you have shoes, pants, or a dress and a bag, you could wear them all together and it would look really lovely, or tones within the same colour palette would look great as well. And my fifth tip, and probably my least favourite, but I've got some tips on how to make it work better, is colour blocking. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of colour blocking. I think it's too harsh, and to me, it makes it all about the bag. You know, there's such a high contrast between the bag and the outfit that, I don't know, it's for me, I feel like I'm in play school and we're learning colours. It just doesn't work for me. So you can see here that I wear a black dress. And if I wear that with colour block bags, so a green bag, it looks okay, there's nothing wrong with it. Or a purple bag, it looks okay, there's nothing wrong with it. But it's very harsh, it's very high contrast, and personally I'm not a fan of that. But if I pair that back with a purple sequin baguette where there's some texture, it's still technically colour blocking, but there's texture. Or if I pair it back with my Fendi first in the raffia, you can see also there's texture. So even though it's still high contrast, I feel like the texture softens it. So for me, if you want to colour block with black, texture is super important. I prefer colour blocking with white, but again, bring in texture. I think white is such a clean background for a lot of colours that, and it doesn't look like lazy dressing in the fact that everything goes with black, right? So in this series of mod shots, I have a white broderie anglaise dress, and I can wear it with a blue bag, so my blue Louis Vuitton Capucines BB. I can wear it with the little green Gucci bamboo handle bag and it looks great. I can wear it with my Fendi Peekaboo I See You in the purple and it looks great. But I can also wear it with my Fendi multicolour baguette and it looks great. And so for me, there's some of the things that I've picked up about colour blocking is add texture. If everything's flat and everything's just one colour, one colour, one colour, it can look a little bit discombobulated. Is that even a word? Just my opinion. And I know that I don't feel comfortable when I dress like that. I like things to kind of look like they were made to be together. And then, you know, I've got a bunch of multicoloured bags and I actually find that I wear those tonally. So if I've got a picture on my Instagram, I'll insert it here where I'm wearing, I think, blue jeans, a white sweater, a white coat and white slingbacks, and then I've got my Louis Vuitton Alma PM in the multicolour. And basically the base colour of that bag matches the rest of my outfit. It's just those little pops of monogram that kind of show through as the pop of colour, and I think that looks lovely. Rather than wearing that bag as a standout, it just kind of blends in with that outfit. Another outfit that I wanted to mention is this one. This pop of colour bag goes with every colour that's in the bag, but I like wearing it tonally, so all blue or an all white look, for example. You might have a totally different opinion and you're entitled to that, but yeah, these are my kind of 5 tips for styling a pop of colour bag. And getting the colour wheels, it's really helpful. I mean, I'm sure there's better ones than this one, but it has all these different dials so that, you know, it'll tell you on here, for example, the different discs and what each of them represent in terms of complementary colours, analogous colours and the like. So it really helps you to kind of think about an outfit in advance and then go, oh, you know, what coloured shoes could I wear with that? And you could literally, you know, go through each of the wheels and you might even find something that you had never put together before. So yeah, I'm still learning that part, but these are just my initial tips and I hope they've been helpful for you, Megan. And if you've got any other tips that you would like to add about styling a pop of colour bag, please put them in the comments below, because that's where the real treasure chest of information comes from you guys and all of us collecting our combined intel on these sorts of things. So if you have liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already. I put out videos on Wednesdays and Sundays, sometimes some extra ones if I have the time. I'd love to see you back here. Until then, ciao for now.